The learning area for today is Empowerment Technology for grade 12 student. And it has a learning competency. Number 1, understand the different uses of productivity tools. Number 2, perform the following encoding, apply, mail merge, add custom animation, hyperlink, insert images in word processor, and use of advanced formulas in Microsoft Excel. And the last one is appreciate the usage of productivity tool. Okay, before we start, let us have a quick review about the lesson that we tackled yesterday. What was our lesson yesterday? Okay, our lesson yesterday is all about ICT in the context of global communication. That will give us an introduction into ICT in the different online platforms that may be used for its specific purpose. We also tackled an online safety, security, and online etiquette. And because of this lesson, we are able to get tips on how to maximize the power of the internet to assist us in our research work to discussing research tools and evaluating relevant and reliable websites. Okay, those are the lessons that we tackled yesterday. So, let's proceed now to our new lesson. But before that, let me cite again our competency for today. At the end of the lesson, you are able to, number 1, understand the different uses of productivity tools. Number 2, perform the following: encoding, apply, mail merge, add custom animation, hyperlink, insert images in word processor, and use of advanced formulas in Microsoft Excel. And the last one is you're able to appreciate the usage of productivity tool. So let's proceed. As part of our introductory activity, kindly identify or give an idea about productivity tools. What is productivity tools? Productivity tools refers to the software that people use to create and produce documents, presentations, databases, charts, and graphs. And also, these are tools to help us create professional quality documents, presentation, graphics, and many more. So, let us check your answer about the logo and its usage. So, number 1, what is this logo? Yes, it is Microsoft Word. The usage of this application is this one. Number 2, what is this logo? Yes, it is Microsoft Excel. And its usage is this one. Number 3, how about number 3? Yes, this is Microsoft PowerPoint. And its usage is this one. And number 4, the last one is LibreOffice. Its usage is this one. Now, let us discover the ways on how to do the following activity with the usage of productivity tools. So, you may jot down the steps on how to do the following activity on your notebook. So, number 1 is mail merge. So, what is mail merge?
Mail merge is a great time saver if you need to create multiple documents that are mostly the same but unique in some way, like name tags for an event or envelopes printed with each person's name and address. The document I have here is a letter offering customers a discount on their next order. I want to personalize it by addressing each copy of the letter to the customer using some information I have stored in a spreadsheet. To begin, go to the Mailings tab, then Start Mail Merge, and select Step-by-Step Mail Merge Wizard. This will walk you through the process one step at a time using this pane on the right. The type of document I'm working with is a letter, so I'm going to go ahead and click Next. And I also plan to stick with my current document instead of using something else like a template. Now I need an address list so Word can create a copy of each letter for each customer. To start from scratch, you can type a new list, then click Create to enter your recipients individually. Alternatively, if you do have an existing document with the information you need, like an Excel workbook in my case, choose Use an existing list, then browse to find it. Now click Open and select the worksheet that contains the list. I know mine is in Sheet 1. In this example, you can uncheck any recipients that you don't want to include. I want to include everybody though, so I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And now it shows that workbook as my recipient list. So now it's time to write my letter. You can add something unique for each recipient, including their address, a personal greeting, and more. I'd like to add an address block first. Just place your cursor where you want it to go, then click the item. Here's a preview of what it's going to look like, and a few alternative formats to choose from for the recipient's name. Click OK, and a placeholder will appear in your document. This is where the address will go later on. The other thing I'd like to add is a greeting. Again, you have a preview here, and the ability to change some of the formatting if you'd like. Let's move on to the next step, previewing the finished product. I just want to make sure the information from my list appears the way it should. You can take a look at each recipient's copy by clicking the arrows here. Everything looks great, so let's complete the merge. If you click the print command, Mail Merge will ask which pages you want to print before sending you to the final step. I want to print every document in my recipient list, so I'm just going to keep all. Now all you have to do is adjust the settings if you need to, then click OK. Knowing how to use Mail Merge is a must for creating multiple letters, labels, envelopes, and more. The possibilities, along with the time and energy you'll save, are practically endless.
Okay? Number 2 is custom animation. These are the ways in custom animation.
Hey guys, today in this video, I'm gonna show you how to create a custom animation and timing using Microsoft Office PowerPoint 2016. But first, we need to know what really a custom animation is. So, custom animation is a list of predefined effects that can be applied to animate text, shapes, or pictures that make objects move in place or around the slide canvas. The main idea of using animation is not just to make content interactive and entertaining, but also to draw viewers' attention to the key points, and therefore makes the viewing experience engaging and dynamic. So, here's how you do it. Let's start by navigating to the Animations tab by clicking it like this. As you can see, the Animations tab consists of 4 groups of controls: the Preview, Animation, Advanced Animation, and Timing. Let's focus first in creating custom animations. Basically, there are 2 ways to create custom animation. First is by an animation combo, where multiple animations are applied to one object, and second is by custom motion path. In applying custom animations, start by selecting the object you want to animate or put effects on. In the animation group, click the drop-down arrow to choose from the set of effects available in the drop-down menu. There are 4 types of animations effects: the entrance, emphasis, exit, and motion paths. In this example, I will choose the fly-in effect. For some effects, you'll have different effect options that you can choose from. As you can see, This one lets you change the direction. Also, by clicking the more effects here, a dialog box will appear. You can choose different effects depending on what you desire. If you select a new animation, it will replace the object's current animation. However, you'll sometimes want to place more than one animation on an object, like an entrance and an exit effect. To add multiple animations, click the Add Animation command in the Advanced Animation group and select the desired animation. The little numbers here indicate the applied effect and the order in which the effects will occur. To preview the effect, navigate to the slide you want to preview. Then click the preview command. You can also choose whether to preview animation as soon as you add or select it by checking or unchecking the auto preview command. The animation pane allows you to view and manage all of the effects that are on the current slide. You can modify and reorder effects directly from the animation pane, which is especially useful when you have several effects. To open the animation pane, click the animation pane command from the Advanced Animation group, and the animation pane will open on the right side of the window. It will show all of the effects for the current slide in the order in which they will appear. It will also play the animations from here. To reorder effects on the animation pane, click and drag an effect up or down, or you can click the button arrow down or arrow up. The effects will reorder themselves. You can use the drop down arrow to access even more options. By default, animations are set to start when you click the mouse, but you can also choose from start with or after previews. Clicking the effect options will get you a dialog box. The effect tab is divided into two parts: the settings, where you can change the direction, and the second one is the enhancement for sound, after animation, and animate text. Here you can change also the timing and the text animation. Clicking the effect options will get you a dialog box where you can really fine-tune the effect of your animations. If you like the animation of a particular object, you can apply that effect to other objects in your presentation. To get started, select the object with the animation you like, then click Animation Painter in the Advanced Animation group. Select something else to automatically apply the animation. In this example, I will select the Custom Animation text in the second slide. To apply the animation to multiple objects, double-click the Animation Painter. The trigger command will set a special start condition for an animation. Just select an object and click the trigger command in the Advanced Animation group. In this example, I will use the shape bent arrow. You can set that animation to start after you click a shape or when media playback reaches a bookmark. After applying custom animations, you can now set the animation timing by navigating to the timing group. Here, animations can start after a mouse click, at the same time as the previous animation, or after the previous animation is done. Also, the animation duration specifies the length of the animation. I will set it to 2 seconds. The animation delay plays the animation after a certain number of seconds. I will set it to 1 second. In a reorder animation, you can move the current animation to play it earlier or later. It is also similar to the buttons in the animation pane. Here, these animations, I can move it later, the trigger button. So, let's see what we got. That's all. Thank you for watching.
Number 3, the ways on how to do a slideshow presentation. Number 4, applying hyperlink.
Hyperlinks in PowerPoint act just like links you find online. They have their own display text, for example, USA.gov retirement resources, and also an email address, web page, or some other location that they're linked to. I'd like to show you how to turn text into a link starting here. All you have to do is go to the Insert tab, then Hyperlink. In this dialog box, you can see the text the link is going to display and edit it if you need to. You can also enter a web address here. When you're done, click OK, and the text turns into a hyperlink. Why don't we try linking to something else, like an email address? I think it would be nice if new employees could click this person's name to contact Human Resources. This time, I'm going to right-click the text and choose Hyperlink here instead of going to the Insert tab. Now click Email Address and just enter the recipient's email address here. Other options include linking to a file on your computer. For example, I'd like to be able to pull up the Employee Benefits Guide, which happens to be a Word document. Again, just right-click, go to Hyperlink, and choose Existing File or Web Page. Here, you can navigate to any file on your computer and double-click the one you want to create a link. Keep in mind, your link to another file may not work if you plan to send your PowerPoint out or present it on a different computer. Make sure you have a copy of the linked file on your computer you're using to present, and always test your hyperlinks before giving a presentation. To test, just right-click and go to Open Hyperlink. This one's working just fine. Other things you can access by right-clicking any of your links include the ability to edit the hyperlink or remove it. There's one more type of link I'd like to try, at the beginning of my presentation where I have sort of a table of contents. I'd like the viewer to be able to click on an item to go to that place in the presentation. And instead of making the text the hyperlink, we can use the whole shape itself. This way, the viewer can click anywhere on the shape to jump to that slide. Let's start with About AdWorks. Just select the shape, right-click, and select Hyperlink. Now to link this to another slide, go to Place in this document. And you can choose from a list of slides with a little preview to the right. Here's the one we want to link to. Keep going until your table of contents is complete. And don't be afraid to get creative. There are lots of things you can do with the ability to link to other slides. Let's try out one of these links in Slideshow view. See that? I was just on slide 2, and now I'm on slide 11. Using hyperlinks in your presentation is a quick way to make navigating to resources online, referring to another slide, or accessing files easy and convenient for your audience.
Number 5 and last, integrating images.
I'm Diado Hernandez from STEM 11, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to integrate images and external material on word processors. For this video, I chose to use Microsoft Word and try to integrate a random picture. The easiest way is to drag and drop the picture into the word processor. Let's do it now. As you can see, I successfully copy and pasted the picture by dragging it. I successfully integrated the image. There are also other ways to do this, just like using this button, inserting it, and clicking this. And then it lets you choose what picture you want to integrate. Let's first remove this. Then let's try inserting from this. And as you can see, it has the exactly same results as dragging and dropping. And that's one of the easiest ways to integrate images into word processors. That's all.
So by now, you have an understanding about ways on how to do those activities. Let us check now your understanding about our lesson. what are the function and usage of the following productivity tools on your notebook? Another question is, give at least 3 types of productivity tools. Another question is, which productivity tool you use frequently and why? So, another question, what are the importance of productivity tools in our everyday life, and most especially to you, senior high school student, in this time of pandemic? So, on your notebook, I will check that on Friday. Let us generalize your learning by answering this question. What is productivity tools, its usage, and importance? Now, we are done with the discussion. Let's proceed now to the activity. In this activity, you will need a computer or laptop or your cell phone with the application of Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, and LibreOffice. So, number 1 is answer this question. What are the different usage of productivity tools? This will be answered in one whole sheet of paper. Number 2, performance. So, I will give the rubric for this performance. This is the rubrics. So, activity 1, mail merge. Number 2 is custom animation. Number 3, slideshow presentation. Number 4, applying hyperlink. And last one, integrating images. So, by following the rubrics given, that will be the basis for your grades. And it will be your performance task. And the last one is, cite at least 3 ways on how to appreciate productivity tools. Additional, along with the submission of the online activities, you can pass it through my email. Another performance task is create a slideshow presentation that summarizes your learning about the lesson. That's all. Thank you.